Hey guys, it's me, Tom. I've got a little demonstration set up here that I'm going to share with you about how to use the different kinds of joins, when we would use one or not the other. And what I've done is I purposely made a mistake. The point being, see if you can see what the mistake I make as I'm doing it, and I'll explain it at the end. But you get to see why these things are so particular, and it's easy to get mixed up. I have to look at it again myself. So let's go ahead and let's take a look. Okay, so this is just a very small data set that I got ready. What I have here is a shopping list, and it's got a few things on it. It's got the quantities, and I have a receipt list, and that has items and the quantities. As you probably noticed by just taking a look, like bread is capitalized here. Oops, sorry. Bread is capitalized here, and it's not capitalized here on my shopping list. I'm going to put shopping list on that side. And then I've got some things like chocolate and Snickers, so they're totally different. Whole milk and milk. And if you look, you might see like tortillas 1, and then here it's tortillas 2. So I think I hit all the bases. I've got a combination of different things or issues that I'm going to have to work through to make a combined list or report. Okay, so let's get right to here's our join examples. I've done shopping list as X, receipt as Y. I want to connect them by items. They both say items and quantity. Okay. Now, if I was to join on quantity, well, that'd be looking for a connection between bread 1 and Snickers 1. Well, that's not how they relate to each other. How they relate is by the names. Okay. And so I want to look for tortillas here and tortillas here. Okay. So if I was to go ahead and do the left join, I'll go ahead and do that. And what I did is I changed the quantity so that it's the quantity is quantity requested and quantity purchased. I did that by adding the suffix. So requested goes on shopping and purchased goes on receipt. That's the way those things work. Okay. And so what I see is I've got eggs, tortillas, cilantro, these things lined up. So it's everything from my shopping list, and only the things that appear on the receipt. Okay, that's left join. So, and I'm looking at this. This is on the left, that's on the right. Okay, right join will be taking everything from the receipt. You can see them here, and showing me the connections between the shopping list. Okay, so there's some things I bought. At the moment, I bought whole milk, but that wasn't on my list, so it thinks. I bought mangoes that they weren't even on the list. And here's my Snickers that doesn't connect to chocolate. And I bought 5 oranges and they weren't on my list. Okay. So there's the 3 so far. Just left join, just shopping, whatever matches on receipt. Right join, all receipt, whatever matches on shopping. Inner join, this is only the things that match on both lists. Okay, so I only got 3 things that appeared on both lists. And then full join is everything from the left, everything from the right, whether they connect or not. And in this case, I see that the eggs, tortillas, and cilantro, they're the only ones that have a value in both of these quantity requested and quantity purchased fields. Okay. So next section, this is new to me, anti-join and semi-join. Okay, this is from the perspective of the shopping list. Okay, that's really important. So anti-join, these are the things that did not connect. They did not appear on the right-hand side. And then semi-join are the things that did on both sides. Okay, just like last night, we have sort of like an intermediate table. Let me go ahead and create that, and we'll look at it. All right, so here we go. Here's my connection between capital B bread and lowercase b bread, Snickers and chocolate, cheese and cheese, whole milk and milk. We've already done this. but there we go. I just wanted you to see what it looked like. So now if I go ahead and do a left join from the shopping list to the food table, okay, that's my translation table. I want to join things, items from my shopping list. Okay, there's my items. And I want to connect this to shopping name on food, not receipt name. I want to do the shopping name because these are the names that match the shopping, and the receipt names are the ones that match the receipts, receipt descriptions. Okay, let's go ahead and do that. And that's cool. So this is items is from my shopping list. Quantity is from my shopping list. And now I've added this receipt name here, and it was joined on items to shopping name. So this looks pretty good. I'm in good shape. Let me look at the anti-join to see if I missed any. And no, got them all. All right, let's put them together. I'm just going to go ahead and do this. Put this information into this new variable summary, and we'll look at it. And this is great. This is we already saw this. Now I've got this translation working. Okay. Now I can look at a left join, see if this works. Now I'm going to put the summary table on the left. I'm going to put the receipt on the right, and I want to connect them by the receipt name in my summary table, and I want to connect that to items in the receipt. And again, I'm going to add this to the I'm going to add suffixes. So now I can see, because the quantity, I would have quantity X, quantity Y. I don't like that. I want quantity requested and quantity purchased. And this is looking great. There's my shopping list. There's what it is on the receipt. Here's what I was supposed to buy, and here's what I did buy. Okay, so let me go ahead and commit that. I just made that, update the summary. Now I can do some filters. Let's see, did I buy too many of anything? I want to go to summary, and I want to find everything where the quantity purchased is greater than the quantity requested. And boom, I bought too many tortillas. I was supposed to buy one pack, and I bought 2 instead. Okay, that looks pretty good. And let's see where I didn't buy enough. Supposed to buy 4 chocolate bars, I only bought 1 Snickers. I was supposed to buy 2 cilantro, I only bought 1. Let's take a look at the summary and see if everything, wait a second. What about cheese? I was supposed to buy cheese, but I didn't buy any. So this filter that I did up here, the greater than or less than, well, they were only looking at the places where there was a value. Bread 1, that's great. Eggs 2, great. Tortillas 1, tortilla, okay. So that would fail when I said, show me everything where, sorry, not fail. It would pop up, show me where I bought more than I was supposed to buy. Or like the chocolate, show me where I bought, well, I was supposed to buy 4 and I only bought 1. So this NA, or the null value, it drops out of that list because 1 is not greater than NA. I can't make a comparison. That's not a number. Okay. So what I need to do is I need to add an or, that's that vertical bar, or it's NA, where the quantity purchased is NA. So I have a list over here on this side, and wherever there's something on the list and I didn't buy it, well, that needs to appear. Okay, so let me run that. Now I see the cheese, 1 NA. And let me look at the list of what I overbought. And there we go, the tortillas are still there. Is that everything? Let's go back and look at that full join. And we've covered some of these things. And remember, this was back when the bread and bread weren't connected. But what about the mango and the orange? I bought 5 oranges and 2 mangoes, and they did not show up on any of these filters. Okay. The problem, this is where I made a mistake. The problem was how I made the summary. I made the summary with a left join. I was connecting the shopping list to the food, but I was not thinking about where it would be connecting to the receipt. Okay. So when I do it this way, see, here's the problem. The mangoes and the oranges, they didn't appear on the list because they weren't in the shopping list to start with. okay? So what I need to do is make it a full join, okay? So it's the same, the guts are the same. But instead of left, it says full. Now let's take a look at it. Now, here we go. Now I've got mango and orange. I have not requested any, okay? But I found everything from the receipt name. These are all the things that are in that, all the things possible, okay? And then these are the things that I requested. So now I have a full and complete list. So now let me do a full join. And now that this is a full list, now it's showing me these values that weren't appearing before, okay? Now, should I always use a full join for everything so I don't miss something? Well, let's see what a left join looks like. Why would the left join show these things and the full join show these things? Wait a second. I used a left join before and it didn't work. Why is it working now? Well, the difference is because the list that I have, summary, was already built with all of the choices. When I did that full, sorry, it's my dog. When I did that full join, I was saying, show me everything from the food, and show me, and then put in the quantities from my shopping list. So the shopping list only had 7. The food had everything. It had all 9. Okay. Hope I explained that well. If not, you can ask me later. Okay. So so now I can see that it really doesn't matter if I use a left join or a full join, because summary already has all the items. So flip a coin, doesn't matter. I'm going to do it with the left join. I'm going to put everything that's in the summary here, which is everything. All the rows are here. Put everything in the summary with the receipt data set or data frame. There's only 9 things here. Okay. Sorry, 8. There's 9 things in the list. There's only 8 on the receipt. And then I'm connecting them, and I'm using that same requested and purchased suffix. Let me go ahead and do that. And now I should be able to do my my filters. Same thing. This hasn't changed. This will now show me everything that I didn't buy enough of and what I missed. Okay. I was supposed to buy 4 and I am about 1. I'm supposed to buy 1, I bought none. That works. And now everything that I overbought. And so the tortillas are still there. That was not the problem. But now it's showing me that I bought 5 oranges when I didn't have them on my list and 2 mangoes. So I hope that helped. It helped me. I had to work on that and learn how to use them in R. I've had experience doing database stuff before when I was your age. And so I'm familiar with these concepts, but for me, I'm a beginner too. I'm a little slow. I'm trying to learn how to use them in R. All right, I will see you guys later. See you in class.